I know it seems like that we're living in paradise, being in the pool, but boy, do we have a story for you. Let's get into it. You know, we were just talking about paradise, but I don't know if y'all hear that thunder, but okay.
Not lightning, so we're good.
Yeah, no lightning. So we're wondering if we were going to start back with the whole YouTube thing, and we kind of went back and forth about it.
We really enjoyed it while we were doing it.
Right, and we had a lot of fun doing it and making videos and editing and all that good stuff. But
yeah, surprisingly, I kind of like the editing part. I think you do too.
Yeah, but in the midst of everything, of all the YouTube videos that we were uploading and, you know, doing all these different things as a family,
the unthinkable happened.
Yeah, we had a really heavy rain, and our house, if you guys didn't know, has a kind of like a basement. It's about 4 foot underground. Well, it flooded. Thing.
What? It's all in here. Step on top of the cold spray. It's okay. It's okay. We just get stuff.
Flooded. I was actually in the shower getting ready for work because I was working night shift, and I was in the shower just getting ready, and all of a sudden this muddy water started coming up through the shower drain.
So I was getting the kids ready for like an evening BBS, and we had the all the Echoes going. They're Alexas, but we call them Echoes.
Yeah.
We had all of them going, and like we were just, you know, just vibing, you know, trying to like, you know, get the energy up, getting ready for BBS, and all of a sudden I hear him screaming. And he's not like a screamer, like he doesn't like yell when he's frustrated or anything like that, you know. So I'm like, oh, somebody's getting mad. So I come downstairs and I'm like, why are you? I'm thinking he's mad because like we had the music up loud, and I was like, what is wrong with you? And he was like, this. I will never forget that moment. Oh. And then like I'm just seeing literally brown water coming out of the toilet, and then it's like he's like trying to like get out of the shower, and I can see like all the muddy water in the shower, all the grass and like the mud. Yes. It wasn't like poop water, but it was like dirty water. That was my first thought. That was actually my first thought is, so I see all the brown water coming out of the toilet, and like, so the toilet was closed, and it's just coming like through like the lid and everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And the daredevil that I am, I put my hand on it and I smelt it, and I could smell the dirt. I was like, praise God, it's not poop. It's just, it was dirt. But I was like, dirt water coming through the toilet, it was so bad. Yeah, it was really bad. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And he was like, find something to dry it up with. So I go to go get a towel, and I lay those down. And then I step, so the way our bathroom's set up, we have our bathroom, and then like our son's room is like on the other side of that wall. So I stepped in our son's room, and I could literally seeing it coming under, like through his closet, like under the wall. I was like, there's no fixing this.
It was horrible.
I let it go. And
now, mind you, we've only lived in the house at this point for 6 months. 5 months,
right? But yeah, because we moved in February, and this was in June.
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining.
It's raining again. That literally took a hit at all of us. It really was mentally for me. We might have to get out of the pool because it's raining. We might have to go to
the porch? No, yeah. it ain't lightning. We're okay.
No, but it's raining kind of heavy.
No, it's not, but it's okay. It's
look at all the bubbles.
You see the bubbles? Bubbles.
So it was a really big hit, like my confidence, I guess, because I was like, wow, I just bought a big old house with a pool and all this, but guess what? Oh, it floods.
So what we did is Michael immediately got on the phone with the insurance, and he was like running outside to kind of like see like what the source, like what caused this. And I told, like, once I realized, hey, like it's a lost cause to even try to dry this up, you know, it's like fighting a hurricane. I told like my son Daniel, because he was like flipping out. He was like really nervous. Like, he's like, what do we do? I said, calm down, it's gonna be okay. It's just stuff, number one. Number two, just help me pick everything up, because like we had moved, we had unpacked a lot of stuff, but like boxes that we still hadn't gone through and stuff like that, we had them downstairs. So I was like, pick everything up and sit it on stuff. You know what I mean? Like Daniel had some puzzles out on the floor. Like pick everything up and get it on the bed. You know? Oh my gosh, not really.
Yeah, it's starting to rain.
It's starting to rain.
Pause. All right, we're out of the rain. So where were we?
We were talking about how
getting the stuff off the floor.
Me and Daniel were like getting everything off the floor. You're on the phone with the insurance.
Yep.
He's going outside to see the source, and the source was a pump failure. So because our sewage is below city sewage level, like below the ground, we have to have a pump.
A grinder pump, because our bottom floor is lower than the city sewer line is, so we have to pump it up to get it to the city.
Right. So we have mitigation come out. These are the people that kind of like clean up and everything. We had to completely replace all of our flooring down there. We just had to like tear it up. The guy that brought the stuff out there, he was awesome. Shout out to you, Corey. You are the real one.
Mm-hmm.
They let us keep the fans for extra amount of time and stuff.
I think it was like over the weekend.
Yeah, like over the weekend.
Like that,
they were fantastic. So we got through that. We got the pump fixed.
Yep.
Paid a nice amount of money. We've also got, footage of like them digging and like pictures.
Yeah. We rushed to get everything done in December.
I say that we rushed. We waited 6 months.
Yeah, but
we waited 6 months and we didn't have another flood, so we thought we were good because we got the pump fixed.
Right.
We're like, pump's fixed.
Yeah, we're like, we're good. Well, in December, we're like, okay, we're gonna have New Year's at our house. So I hurried up and finished up the last finishing touches on the house. Well, New Year's came, and wouldn't you know, a week after New Year's happened, the basement flooded again. But not from the pump, from water coming in through the baseboards around the edge of the house.
Oh my gosh.
And it would not stop coming in. It was like 5-6 hours nonstop of squeegeeing water down there.
It was bad.
After we just spent all that money to get everything done, I was like, what am I even doing with my life?
Yeah, it was really
like,
bad. That first flood was a big hit to confidence, but we knew the root cause. So even though it was very like disheartening and like we totally were not prepared, it's still, in us working on that pit, praise God, we were able to, like, we knew we needed to invest into a shop vac. This is from the first flood. We invested in a shop vac, like a shovel, things that you just wouldn't normally have unless you're a homeowner.
Yeah.
So we had those kind of things. So we had the second flood. I think we were better prepared, but I think it hit our confidence more because what started is we'd had a lot of rain for a couple days, and you hear the frog?
Yeah.
The frogs are happy that we're finally getting rain because it hasn't rained here in like a month other than yesterday. So like there was just a little bit of water in our in our laundry room downstairs, and we were just trying to figure this out, and like we discovered the source of it, and we're like, how do we dry this up? And I go to another room to go get another towel, and I'm noticing that there is water around like all of the edges of the walls, all the baseboards. And it's kind of like my cue of Michael, forget about what's in the laundry room. We got a bigger problem here, buddy. And it, like he said, it ran for just hours, absolute hours.
It was a constant, just like the slow seeping of, all right, frog, I'm talking.
He sounds cute.
You done? Oh, I don't even know what I was going to say. The frog made me lose my train of thought.
We were talking about how the slow seeping for hours.
Yeah, it was just like that constant little, just like oozing out. And there was no stopping it, no matter what I did. No matter if I put a shop vac on the one part of the wall, guess what? It was going to leak from another part of the wall.
Right.
So with all that going on, we pay different people for sheetrock and trim and all this different stuff.
Right. And it had just gotten finished.
Yeah.
Like, it was a week later we had a flood. Mind you, we hadn't had a flood for 6 months, and then we had another one within a week of doing a remodel.
Yeah, and then so we had a flood in January, and then turned around at the beginning of February. We had another flood.
Right, and
another one.
And that was the same one, like with like water seeping in through the walls. So what we learned is that because of some road construction in front of our house, the last 2 floods we had, which were a month apart, that is from water washing into our front yard, and it would just kind of like
it would just sit there. Soak in and then get to our foundation and just seep into the house, because water's always going to seek the lowest point. That
was really disheartening. The first flood, we were all here together. That was pretty bad, but my parents came over. They helped. My dad was a huge help. He was squeegeeing. My mom went and got us another squeegee. That really, really, really helped. Plus we had the shop vac, thank goodness. But then the second flood, it had been raining a lot, kind of like, or the second flood. It's really the third flood.
One of them. We've done lost count.
Right. Well, the second one of like the water seeping in the walls. It had been raining, and I was like really nervous. Like I told Michael, I was like, I don't want you to go to work. Like I'm ready to call out of work. Like you want to stay home today. Like I want to make sure that everything's good. He's like, babe, we're good. We're good. We're good. I'm like, okay. So then like throughout the day, I'm texting him. I'm like, please go home. Please go home and check. Please go home and check. So he goes home. And I'm at lunch, and I get a phone call, get home now, there's water everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh. That was the last flood we just had. That one was ours too. Like, and my dad made me discover this, is that the water that's sitting in the side of our yard, like it basically just all has to like finish flooding into our house, like, you know, because there's big puddles over there. Very, very disheartening. Like normally we kept a good attitude, but like once we're on like owl flood,
or like 3 or 4, we're like, okay,
yeah,
like
right,
where's the breaking point? Like it's we're exhausted, we're tired, our backs are hurting,
slipping
hands
and falling,
blistering.
Like the inside parts of your hand, like you wouldn't think, like that's a very sensitive part of the body.
It's like if you're raking a yard all day and you get all them blisters. It was bad.
And then like you're gripping the squeegees and pushing and it's just not stopping. It's like as soon as you think, oh my gosh, we're making progress. No,
it come right back and fill right back up.
We had epoxied our floors, and oh my gosh, I was in love with them. We're big Penn State fans, so we did like a dark gray, and then we did like the paint chips of like blue, black, and white. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty, and it just got torn all up.
But on the bright side, all that to say that, well, we haven't had a huge rain since then to really confirm.
Yeah, we have. Ever since you did the thing that you did.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, when I say huge rain, I'm thinking like a constant like downpour, like raining cats and dogs for like 3 days.
Right.
Give me 3 days of raining cats and dogs and it not have water come in the house, then I call it a win. But since then, we've gotten gutters on the house. I've installed a French drain in the front yard.
The gutters were a big deal. Really, because, you know, whenever we have huge downpours, we're already at a lower point. But then whenever you factor in all of the rainwater that is just pounding, then you could really see, like, at our foundation where there was like a
like dip. A divot from where the water's just been beating it.
Yeah, so I think gutters was a big deal to kind of push water in a different direction.
Yeah.
But then also Mike, he tied in our drain, our gutters.
Yeah, I tied into the gutters. I put the downspout, I cut it off to where it would go underground, and I laid corrugated pipe underground and got it away from the house.
Yeah.
So
it was really good, and it's worked beautifully. Like normally, like that last time we had that flood, when I told him, like, I don't want you to go to work. I don't want you to go to work. I've got a picture that I took a picture of, like, our side yard, and I sent it to him, and I was like, look, the water is sitting in the side, the back, like, you know, just like last time, I'm nervous about this. And he was like, I think we're fine. And then sure enough, we had another flood. So since then, since Michael has put in the drain, we have not had any water sitting in that side yard. And when it rains really hard, I will go out there and like go and look and watch it draining.
She's calling me in the middle of the night when I'm at work, and she'll be like, there's no water over here, and she'll just be like in like one of my Carhartts or something, just in the pouring rain with a flashlight, just walking in the yard barefoot, and I'm just like, what are you doing, girl? Get your butt back inside before you get struck by lightning or something.
I have to wear a ball hat because the rainwater gets all over my glasses,
and then she can't see. Then she's blind and dark.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the night and it's blind. Yeah.
Anyway, we just kind of wanted to give everybody a update or cause or reason, whatever you want to say, about why we've been out of YouTube for a while. So
that first flood was really hard for the mental health, but on that, we don't really have an excuse of that because we got it fixed, we got it taken care of, you know, no big deal. But I think we felt bad about falling off like that. But then those other 2 floods hitting back to back a month apart, those were really bad for the mental health. But
for sure. Anyway,
I think I'm feeling a lot better about it.
Yeah, for sure. And we have a whole little paradise out here, so I don't know if y'all can see it, but anyway, we appreciate you guys watching and checking back in with us, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.